live on YouTube right now. All right, I'm doing a presentation and forgive me, a presentation on melanin. How melanin is not 666. All right, so please go into the YouTube channel. I'll plug it in here for y'all, man. Please, y'all. We doing our best to switch to the YouTube because we get paid off the YouTube. It's not me that get paid. It's us that get paid off the YouTube. Real talk, because I have officially donated everything that I'm doing as far as dealing with my books and also, you know, everything. I'm donating it to the land, the holy land that I'm going to invite everyone here sooner than later. So let me plug it in youtube.com. Somebody can do this for me if you can. I'm just doing my best. Thank you for everybody plugging into the YouTube. I'm going to do a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation on melanin. And if you are on the YouTube, you are actually going to get a treat. And if you here, you're going to get a treat too, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do it two ways. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna do this two ways, and I'm gonna juggle the situation. Peace to everybody that's coming in 747 24/7, 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you, you love me, me is we. All right. So yeah, let me talk about this first of all. Now, it has been a lot of rhetoric going around talking about melanin is 666. All right? It has been a lot of rhetoric going around talking about melanin is 666. So, within this build or discussion, I'm going to talk about how melanin is in fact not 666. All right? And I will talk about 666 because it's a scary number to some people on here. Please go to the YouTube, y'all. Please. Please go to the YouTube. And if you stay on here, please comment and share. Please comment and share. If you just on here, please comment and share. That's all I ask. Because, more or less, I want to give y'all. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you for everybody logging into the YouTube. Thank you, Sister Rosemary. Thank you, everybody that's holding down the movement. All right, so let me talk about this melanin situation and how it's not 666. All right, so, and this is going to be phenomenal. This is going to be a phenomenal discussion. All right, this is going to talk about, you know, this is going to just talk about a lot in reference to melanin in general or just life in general. I'm going to break it down. All right. Pardon me. I'm just trying to set it up a little bit. All right. So I can be able to see the comments on the YouTube. All right. So look at this. And I'll do this for y'all also. Here we go. I got you. Boom. This is what we're going to do. For everybody on the Facebook, I'm gonna just give it to y'all like this. How about that? I'm gonna just give it to y'all like that, and I'm gonna give the YouTube people it like how I give it to them. All right. So yeah. All right. So let me bust this down. See if I can put this. Yeah. All right. We feeling really good. We feeling really good. All right. So now, check this out, right? We're going to load this up and we're going to get this popping. We're going to get this popping on the network. Peace to everybody coming in. Peace to all the moderators holding me down, holding down the movement. I appreciate y'all. All right. So let's go. So now, melanin is not 666. Melanin is not 666. Shout out to Sister Belly. Shout out to everybody. Please join the movement and please get get connected. That's all I gotta say. Let's talk about that. Melanin is beautiful. Melanin comes from the word mel, Mel meaning blackness, or also it's actually a Greek word in sense when you use it in the contents of darkness, but it also represented a school of thought which was blackness and darkness. All right, which was triple darkness. Yes, melanin, male. You can go look it up if y'all can pull the Greek definition of male. All right, pull the Greek definition of male, put it in the comment section for the people. All right, so let me bust this down. So, alrighty, let's go. Booyah, booyah. So, y'all see that, let me see, bell. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So, basically, melanin is a dark brown to black pigment occurring in the hair, skin, and iris of the eye in people and animals. It is responsible for tanning of the skin exposed to sunlight. All right, we kind of figured that. Everybody kind of figured that. That was like a no-brainer. All right, that was like a no-brainer. Shout out to everybody. I think everybody kind of figured that a little bit. Okay, but like I said, when you go into the definition of male, what does it mean? It means blackness or darkness. All right. So now, when you think about the darkness, I want you to think about closing your eyes. I want you to think about just connecting to life by closing your eyes, or connecting to the ancestors by closing your eyes. All right. That's how I want you to think about melanin. All right. Or the just what it starts from, as in male, connecting, because the school of male is a school of thought in general. All right. So let's keep on building. Let's keep on building. All right. So now the next joint you'll see. Let's go to the next slide. So now we're going to debunk the fact when people say that melanin is 666 because of this reason. Because of this reason. Because, you know, if you look at it, if you look at the chemical formula of melanin, it's composed of many other things, for as you know, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. All right, these are different components of melanin. I do not see 666 on there. I'm sorry, I do not see 666 as a chemical formula for melanin. So how can somebody sit here and say that melanin essentially is 666 when it's actually a compound? It is not. It is a, you know, it has a molecular structure to it, but it is not a base element. It is a compound. All right, it is a compound of various different other elements. So hopefully y'all getting educated here, and y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, and y'all support the movement by giving a donation to the movement in our land that we building, and also get a book by yours truly, Lazarus Lamel, and the Messiah Code movement as a tribe and family as a whole. All right, so yeah, so melanin is a broad term for a group of natural pigments found in most organisms. All right, melanin is produced through a multi-stage chemical process known as melanogenesis. All right, melanogenesis, where oxidation of the amino acid tyrosine, right, tyrosine, is followed by polymerization, or merization. My fault. I can't see it. Here it is. Polymerization. My fault. If I got that wrong, y'all can correct me. But I'm just thinking, and I'm looking on here, and I'm not still seeing 666. I'm not seeing anything in reference to, you know, it just melanin just coming into existence as 666. I'm seeing a process, you know, a formula, a process of coming into being of how melanin is more or less coming into our physical reality, coming from another reality, which you call darkness. All right, so let me continue. Thank you. All right, so I'm not a dermatologist. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real funky with y'all. I'm not really a dermatologist, so I can't really bust it down with y'all talking about skin problems. If y'all got you know, eczema, different other problems with your skin. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But only thing I know is that melanin is not 666. It's not. It's composed of so many things that more or less make it something, make it function. And this is what I'm showing y'all right here. All right? With a melanocyte. All right? Let's go. Right there with a melanocyte. You'll see that it has different components, and its components is not literally 666. All right? Just moving on to the molecular structure of of melanin, because it's a compound. If you just look at it, right, if you just look at it in general, you'll see, like I said, it's composed of hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, and various different other elements, all right, that just make it what it is. All right, so question is, who has melanin? Let's do it like this. Let's keep it real. Who has melanin here? All right, who has melanin? I want to know. We can put it on a chart, and we can do it however y'all want to do it, and we can get ready to rumble however y'all want to do it in the jungle. Who has melanin? Who has melanin? I would think everybody on the planet essentially has some form of melanin. That's one reason why I took y'all back to, this different things of how the skin is created. Bow, there it is, right there. There it is, right there. So this is what everybody has. Melanocytes. This is in everybody. I found this in everybody. I just look for different stuff. I look for different places where they would say somebody doesn't have this. But what I have found is that everybody has this. So now you telling me it's only black people on the planet, Lamel. I'm really kind of saying that. I'm really kind of saying that in a nonchalant way, that it's only really one people. And people ain't really getting that. I got you, though. Maybe the triad should look like this. You gonna say, really, Lamel? Maybe the triad should look like that. I don't know who's in the center, it doesn't matter who's in the center, who's in the right, who's in the left. But I think the triad of races could be looking like that, but it's all melanin. You can put a Chinese there, you can put a Japanese there, you can put a Indo, a Hindu, whoever you want to put in there, they still fit more or less in the process of this situation right here. All right? And this is real. This is real. That's why I said we one people and people ain't getting that. That's why I said we one people and people ain't getting that. So let's continue with the build. Let's continue and let's grow. Let's grow. If y'all want to grow, let's grow. Let's really grow on something, and let's do something. So the simplest compound, look, the simplest organic compounds contain molecules composed of carbon and hydrogen. Ethane contains 2 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. In chemistry, we use a molecular formula to show how many atoms of each element are present in a molecule. A molecular formula, however, does not show the structure of the molecule. All right, so that's cool. We're getting educated right now on a little bit of stuff. All right, we're getting educated on a little bit of stuff dealing with carbon, so we'll know just how what this is all about, because people, that's the most thing that people talk about that's in melanin. They be like carbon. They always pushing carbon. All right, I got you. Let's build. Let's grow. Let's grow on here. Let's grow. All right, so carbon is a chemical element with the symbol C, an atomic number. Look, an atomic number 6. Okay, it is a non-metallic tetravalent. I don't know what that word is. Pardon me, because I never seen that word before. Making 4 electrons available to form what is that? Covalent chemicals, which is covalent chemicals. Yeah, covalent chemicals. There it is, right there. Covalent chemicals. See if I can zoom in on that word. So, all right, let's bust this down. Let's bust this down in reference to carbon, because none of us deal with biology here. So we still learning stuff here. We learning it's tetravalent words, tetravalent. We're going to look that word up and put it in the comment section, and we're going to look up covalent. Yeah. So we're going to look these words up. We're going to look these words up and put them in the comment section. But what's so deep is when I look at it, I ask, what is the common thing with carbon in reference to, humanity, and what this connects with dealing with humanity. All right. So let's grow with that one. All right. So carbon is connected with 14 different types of elements on the periodical table. All right, more or less just like Osiris is connected with 14 body parts. All right, the same thing is carbon. All right, so the 5 members of carbon is silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. All of these elements have 4 electrons. All right, so we kind of learn that with basically a covalent chemical bond, which basically has 4 electrons. We learned that basically if we read that back, which is a covalent. All right, we learned that. All right, so now, which has basically 4 elements, 4 electrons that bond it. So now this goes real deep when you thinking about it, because now you're thinking about the 14 elements on the periodical table that more or less carbon is connected with. All right. Now people connect carbon more or less with melanin, but it goes even more deeper than that, because carbon connects up with the 14 body parts of Osiris, essentially because it connects up with 14 different elements. All right. And I'll bust that down. All right. Yeah, so pardon me. So yeah, a covalent bond. All right, so yeah, these are the words that we're going to look up. Like I told y'all, what's that? A tetravalent and a covalent. We're going to look at those words. We're going to look up those words. All right, so hopefully y'all put them in there. All right, but a covalent bond is also a molecular bond. Look at this. It's a chemical bond. Let me put it in there. All right, boom. A covalent bond. There it is for the YouTube. All right, so a covalent bond is basically this. A covalent bond is also called a molecular bond. It's a chemical bond that involves the sharing of electron pairs between atoms. Now, this looks so crazy because to me, it looks like the sacred cross. It literally looks like the sacred cross or Primus. All right, which is the 101. If you just literally look at it, because a covalent bond, more or less the electrons connect up with the 141. All right, and then you'd say a tetravalent bond, and that was up in there, and that's, I didn't recognize that word. Let me see if I can find it, which was a tetravalent bond. It says tetravalent bond. Somebody can look that up, look that word up. There it is, tetravalent bond. Somebody can look that word up, tetravalent bond, because I didn't even look up tetravalent bond. All right. But a covalent bond, just thinking about it, in essence to, the build and how we building on here, it links up with the sacred cross. It literally links up with what we call the sacred cross. All right. Now, this is the 141. This is how we look. This is how we literally look, y'all. When we forming and when we doing what we doing on here, look at this. Look at this. This is how we literally form. We form a covalent bond. All right. So this is not 666, even though this is associated with carbon. But I'm gonna show you what this is more associated with more than carbon. It's associated with silicone. It's associated with silicone because it goes deep. Look, if you look at these, yeah, 14 pieces also because, look, think about this. Before I give you the 14 pieces of Osiris, right? Just thinking about carbon, right? Just think about carbon. Carbon is a group 14. Carbon is a family. It's part of a family. Now, when I show you this picture, you're going to know what the picture is talking about just by looking at the picture, by the build of what I'm giving y'all right now. All right? Of what I'm giving y'all right now. Y'all going to see what's going on. Y'all going to really see what's going on and understand, just by looking at the picture. Just by looking at the picture. Watch this. Just watch this. Just watch what I give y'all. All right, so look. Carbon, look, it's a 14 is a group 14 is the carbon family. The five members are carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. All right. All of these, look at this. All of these elements have 4 electrons in their outermost energy level. All right. Of the group of 9 metals, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All right, group 14 elements, only carbon and silicon form bonds as non-metals sharing electrons covalently. All right, so this is so deep because now we getting real deep because we talk about carbon and silicon. We talk about man. We literally talk about man and machine right here. We literally talk about man and machine. That's who we talking about truly. We talk about man and machine, or when man meets machine, because it's carbon and silicone. But think about it, how carbon and silicone, in reference to the body parts of Osiris, how they are the only literally 2 covalent elements on the periodical table that can link with non-organic with organic living organisms on the planet, far as silicone and carbon. So that's the relationship between silicone and carbon. It's when man meets machine. It's literally when man meets machine, which is, the machine in you, or the ability to calculate a situation, the ability to foresee a situation, because that is your psychic self-defense. All right, but if you go into this picture right here, it shows you that Osiris is broken up in 14 pieces. Why? Because all of these people literally represent you. Think about this. Think about this. Just look at the picture. Just look at the picture. Just stare at it for a second. And you say, really, Lamel? I don't know metal nature. I can't read hieroglyphics. But I want you to think about it in reference to the 14 pieces of Osiris, right? The 14 pieces of Osiris, right? You think of the 14 pieces. You see 14 people up here. Count them. Count them. 14 people right there. You can sit there and count them. Go ahead. Go ahead and have fun. 14 people, right? So you got somebody sitting on the throne. So the person that sits on the throne is literally Osiris, which is literally yourself. But Osiris represents Ashura. Ashura, because Ashura represents renown. Someone who is of renown. Because that represents the ancient ones returning on this planet. All right, so if you got the 101, which is the inception of mental reality, I bust that down in a reincarnation scroll of the book. I bust that down in the reincarnation scroll of the book, the 1-for-1. Please, people, donate to the movement, and please get your latest book by the Messiah Code movement. All right, so yeah, look at this. You see 14 pieces. So the 14 pieces represent 7 pieces, as in you being on your 7. Yeah. Okay, and me being on my 7. Okay, and I broke that down with 20/20 vision of clairvoyance, because you got 10 fingers and 10 toes, and I got 10 fingers and 10 toes. So we got 20/20 vision. All right, I bust that down so many times. But more or less, the 2 sevens, when they connect up, is man and machine, or your ability to calculate or foresee any situation, past, present, and future. All right, which is the God in you. The God in you. So that's the God that's resurrecting in these days and time. All right, so yeah, this is really Gary gets serious because we talk about the body parts of Osiris right here, which is the body parts that break up. But I bust that down when I took y'all to carbon, and people keep on saying that melanin is 666, but I'm busting this down in reference to how carbon is connected up to the 14 body parts of Osiris in reference to the covalent family members of silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. All right, yeah. So we all getting educated right now. We all literally upgrading our mainframe consciousness right now. We all literally upgrading our mainframe. All right, so let's continue on. Let's continue on with this build. Let's continue on with this build, and let's continue to grow in reference to carbon. All right, yeah. Let's continue to grow. All right, so yeah, I bust that down in a covalent bond that carbon has, just like silicone has. All right, unlike any other element. All right, unlike any other element, on the periodical table. But it forms the sacred cross. That's what carbon forms when it forms this covalent bond. All right, so now you can put a tetravalent bond in there, but I think more or less a tetravalent bond, just thinking off my head, not even looking it up, is tetravalent bond deals with 5 because a covalent bond deals with the 4. So I already know they know what I'm talking about. I can go look it up. Go look it up. I bet you, just me thinking about it, you gonna say, really? Yeah. All right, real talk. Or it's going to link up with the tetrahedron, which is the triangle. All right, it's either going to link up with either or. The covalent bond or the tetrahedron. It's either going to link up like that, a tetravalent bond or a covalent bond. Just thinking about it, because if you think about just think about it from an etymology type of sense. You think about covalent, and you think about co means 2. Co means 2, and then you think about tetra, or tetra means 3. It can mean 3. All right, so I don't know, you can just go look it up. Or 4, what does it mean? All right, so it has to link up some sort of way like that. But we already busting this stuff down and thinking about the bond. Look at this, the bond representing this. This is the covalent bond. This is the tetravalent bond right here. That atoms, or what you call silicone and carbon has. This is the tetravalent bond, or what you call the covalent bond. That, yeah, it deals. All right, tetravalent deals with the 4. I can respect that. I love it. Tetra is the 4. Okay, somebody in the comment section said tetra is the 4. Okay, that's cool. Now we on one accord, because that literally links up with just where I'm coming from with my 4can, with my intuition, just coming off here, just knowing where the Most High God is leading me, right here. That's what we formed, the 141, literally like that. A tetravalent bond or a covalent bond, however you want to call it, and we become a machine. That's the 14. The number 14 is like a machine. Anytime I tell y'all, when people pick the number 14, I tell them the network, because 14 deals with a machine. It's the me-we hand. It's the hand of the me-we. It's the hand when we link up together and when we shake hands together as the me-we, or when we throw up the me-we. That's what number 14 is in the codex. All right, but you see 14 people there. All right, 14 people, 14 beings, which essentially represent the 14 group members. All right, yeah. All right, so we're going to get deep. Man versus machine, man getting upgraded with the machine, man versus the machine, man getting upgraded with the machine, or man versus the computer. Now, the computer is the master number, which is 131. If you do the math, and I put that in the in the 101 Inception of Mental Reality. I broke down computer, how computer is actually 111, which is a master number. 111, it's a prime. It's a master number. It's a solar prime in essence, because if you think about 111, 1 times 1 equals 1. Yeah, so it's 111. So that's a master number right there. All right, so that's a computer simply means to be able to calculate. So I want y'all to calculate the moment for whatever life is and use your intuition. So now I'm going to go really deep because I talked about carbon on here. After I educated y'all on carbon and all of that stuff, I went into a field of biology that I don't really know like that. I went into dermatology, which is something that I don't really know like that, but I share with y'all what I looked up and what I just explored. I share with y'all what I looked up and explored dealing with dermatology and dealing with biology. Essentially, I shared what I looked up, and I showed y'all how it links up with the codex. Period. I showed y'all how it links up with the codex. All right. So now I'm going to show y'all on here. If you looking, you see two pieces right here. You see a coal and you see a diamond. You see a coal and you see a diamond. All right. So now you might say, all right, a coal and a diamond. This is deep, Lamel, because you just broke down the 14 body parts of Osiris. You just broke down the 14 body parts of Osiris. Why would you bring a coal and a diamond here? Why would you bring a coal and a diamond up more or less in a situation? I got you on here. Because where two or more gathered, there will I be. Where two or three or four, wherever we gather, that's the power of the Most High God. But this coal, this 14 pieces of Osiris, really represent, these 14 pieces of Osiris, they really represent the coal. It represents the coal. The 14 pieces of Osiris really represent the coal that turns into the diamond. Now, I'm going to bust this down and break it down just so crazy. Just pay attention to this. All right. So we saw that more or less that coal is part of a group, or carbon is part of a group of 14 species. All right. Just like Osiris was broken up into 14 species or 14 pieces, or literally that you was broken into 14 places of peace where you had to find your peace. It was 14 places that you had to find your peace, which was the me-we, That's the 14th place. That's the 14th place that you found your peace, which is the me-we. And I broke that down, talking to y'all about how the me-we represents the network of love. It's powered by love. It's not powered by electricity. All right, so now when you think about coal in here and coal being converted into the diamond, I want you to think about the pressure that you go through. I want you to think about the situations that you go through in life. But it goes even deeper than that. It goes deeper than that, because if you go into 2 Samuel, now you remember Samuel represents one of the many of members who are part of the army of the Most High God. Sam, you in the army of Sam. Yeah, Sam, because Samson is the one with brute strength, and then you got Samuel, who is the wise person who utilizes God's wisdom rather than brute strength. And then you got Samuel, which utilizes God's gunpowder or God's firepower, as a way for warfare. So this is all a part of God's plan, however you want to look at it. All right, so Goliath, when they talk about Goliath in the Bible, they really talking about carbon being converted into a diamond. If you pay attention to where it's because that's a 1-2-1 punch on here. Remember, 12:21 deals with I love you, you love me, me is we. But 12:21 also deals with being born again. Being born again, because y'all learning this stuff again. Y'all relearning all of this stuff. I'm showing y'all, just looking at the Bible, looking at the Quran, looking how it's codified. I'm showing y'all how to look at it again with 2020 vision. I'm showing y'all how to look at it again with 2020 vision of clairvoyance. All right, so yeah, Goliath simply represents carbon that's being converted into a diamond, literally. And I'm busting this down. Listen, through birth. Thank you for the Walu Confederation for putting that in there, holding it down. Listen, let's go. Let's go. Let's bust this down. So, yet there was a war within, a war in Gath, and Gath, and Gad, and God, a war in God. Gath is God in this case right here, because we utilizing the TH. Remember the TH, you can replace the TH with a D. Y'all know that. For anybody that studies the codex, you know you can replace the TH with a D. So it's Gad, God. So it's yet there was a war at God. Yeah, the God in you. It was a war in this place. And there was a man of great structure who had 6 fingers. And look, in each hand, look, on each hand, 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number. So more or less, yeah, this is connected with all of that. This is all connected essentially because this is the conversion of that what you call carbon into a diamond. This is the conversion of carbon into a diamond. Now, the reason why it's 6, it's 4 6s in there as opposed to 3 6s in reference to carbon, because they letting you know that they talking about the cranial nerves that surround the pineal gland in reference to melanin in here. All right, they talking about the 24 cranial nerves that surround the pineal gland. And if I go look that up, the crowd gonna go wild on here. If I go look up the 24 cranial nerves that surround the pineal gland, y'all gonna be going wild on here. But I'm trying to tell you, it's also connected with carbon being converted into a diamond. It's also in connection to carbon being converted into a diamond. And this represents you and your situations. Now, I bust this down and broke this down, talking about how we was, dealing with a covalent molecular structure, how things are, carbon is covalent, and essentially just like silicone is covalent, and then, this is more or less dealing with us. How we deal with covalence in our life. We deal with trials and tribulations in our life, and through that, we win or we fail, or we be the coal or the diamond. Which one that you be at the end of the day? All right, you be converted to a diamond. I want people to shine bright like a diamond. I want more people to say that they're a diamond in here. I want more people to say that they're a diamond, because that's what it's really truly all about. So this war that was at God, or the God within you, or this war that was with the God in you, represent the pineal gland being opened up, being converted into a diamond, more or less a crystal that can make you foresee the crystal ship or the crystal city that lands upon your mind. All right, isn't that described about the holy city that comes down from New Jerusalem is described as a crystal city? Is it not described as a crystal city? So the crystal city is the carbon that's being converted into a diamond through trial, through pressure. Look, you put pressure on your mind. Think about this. You ever have a headache? And you wonder why you got a headache? First of all, a headache is gravity, however you look at it. Now, when you take an aspirin, they relieve the gravity in some sort of way by relieving your blood pressure, by thinning your blood out. All right, because they relieving the gravity. But more or less, a headache is gravity. It's you being affected. It's your thoughts being affected by gravity, or you compressing thoughts in some sort of way. But what you doing is compressing the freaking stress that you go through, the trials and tribulations that you go through, the pain that you go through. You compressing all of that. Literally in your mind, you compressing it. And what you're doing is creating a crystal in your mind. Now your pineal gland turns into a crystal. Now your pineal gland, which is surrounded by 24 cranial nerves, all right, turns into a crystal. Yeah, so the mothership can land upon your mind. So it can land upon your heart. It can land upon your spirit. It can land upon your soul. And you can be able to do things with this. And not just be talking about it and fist pumping and saying, I'm with you. No, I need more people doing stuff and converting into a diamond. Because it's going to take pressure. It's going to take trials and tribulations for you to go through. It's going to take for me to put you under pressure sometime and tell you we got a deadline for a book, or we got a deadline for this, or we got a deadline for that. All right, we got a deadline for all of these things. All right, because it's a war at Gag or Goth or however you want to call it. Look, link up. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, now let's build. Let's build. What is a giant in your life? A giant is an oppositional force. I don't care. It's your stress. It's whatever you go through, however you feel about it, whatever you want to talk about it. That is the giant. That is the Goliath. Literally, that is the Goliath in your life. That is your Goliath in your life. You go to Daniel 2:34. Somebody probably put it in the comment section also. All right, and thou sawest, look, and thou sawest till that stone that was cut without the hands. You get that? Which smote the image upon its feet, where, look, that were of iron and of clay, and broke them into pieces. This is deep, because if you go, yo, this is so deep. This is so freaking deep. All right, my fault if it's 23 or 34. All right, yeah, it's 34. Yeah, it's 34. Think about this, though. In Daniel chapter 2:34, this is so freaking deep. This is deep. This is so deep, because I'm telling y'all that the image right here that was smote upon its feet, that the image that was smote upon its feet that broke it to pieces, is when you bowing down to the Most High God. When you bowing down to that unseen force that you can't see, but you can only feel. Somebody give some love to Dr. Phil right now. That's what it's all about. That's why the image is smote upon its feet. That's why with a stone that's not cut by the hands of man. It's not. That's what y'all got to get on here. It's not cut by the hands of man. The pineal gland, when it turns in when it's converted from carbon into a diamond, it is not. It is, look, yeah, it is, look, it's not cut by the hands of man. It's cut by God. It's cut by God. But the oppositional force is the giant. The oppositional force is the giant. Yeah, we getting real educational on here, man. And hopefully y'all learning something. Y'all really learning something, and y'all getting something from this. All right? So yeah. Okay, let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it and how you want to deal about it. Let's go into yeah, look, check this out. If you go into and it's so deep. When you go into to Revelations chapter 13 verse 18, right? It says, somebody put that in the comment section. Somebody put that in the comment section. When you go to Revelation chapter 13 verse 18. Now, it's Gary get real cooking in here. We really Gary cook. Let's cook. Let's cook. You want to go to Revelation chapter 13 verse 18 on here. Let's build. Let's build on the science. My fault. I'm trying to set this down so I can just build with y'all. All right? Yeah. So, Revelation chapter 13 verse 18. Somebody can put that in the comment section. All right? So now you'll kind of get it when you read Revelation chapter 13 verse 18. You'll get it. For the number of the beast is the number of a man. It's 666. Hopefully y'all got that. We all clear on here on that. Hopefully y'all got that. Yeah, it says, and this is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it's the number of the man, of human beings, and its number is 666. So it says, him that has wisdom, calculate the number of the beast, which is 666. Isn't that deep? Now, I broke that down, how it's carbon that's converted into what? A diamond. So you consider carbon to be 666. Yeah, it's not melanin. If y'all was looking in here for talking about melanin 666, it's not 666. All right. So we talking about what Revelations talked about in Revelation chapter 13 verse 18. This is when you come at the age of majority at the age of 18, because you 3 6s or 2 9s, the root or the wraith. You 2 9s or 3 6s, the root or the wraith. All right. But yeah, it's really man versus machine in some sort of way, because it's the machine in you. Everybody in here getting upgraded. Everybody in here literally getting upgraded with your technology on here. And those are the 14 pieces of Osiris. Those were the 14 pieces, because you see these 14 pieces behind me. Those are the same pieces that I give y'all right here. Right here behind me is 14 pieces. Yeah, right here is 14 pieces behind me. So like, come on. Come on. I'm showing y'all the same thing. I'm showing y'all the same thing, what this is all about. What this is all about. So yeah, the 14 pieces of Osiris links up with the 13 body parts too. That's why it was 13 essentially, because it's like now y'all see this stuff. Y'all able to see it. Y'all able to see it for what it's worth. Your eyes are open. And like I said, through whatever pressure, through whatever trial and tribulation, that which is carbon is being converted into a diamond. It's being converted into a diamond through your trials and tribulations. All right, real simple. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna end this build. And what I'm gonna ask is, everybody on here, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Messiah Code. You can Google Lazarus Lamel. You can Google The Messiah Code. You will find us. We are #1 on the hit list. All right. And you know what? I'm coming back on here. I'm going to take a break, and I'm coming back on the YouTube for late night meditation and blessings. For the people that want psychic readings and people that want late night meditation and prayer, I'm going to do that. I'm going to come back. I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back for late night meditation and prayer and blessings. If you want the late night prayer meditation. All right. So I would suggest for the people that, that is interested in the movement, more or less subscribe to the channel, and please donate. Please get a book. Please get a book, y'all. Please donate to the movement. One of the sisters will put the link in the comment section. Now I know it's hard for both of the sisters to moderate the situation. For our sister Nichelle, Jessica, and also sister Lynette, Ashel. It's hard for them to juggle the situation. So we need a couple more moderators. We need 2 more moderators for Facebook, because we got 2 moderators for YouTube. So we're going to operate from a tetravalent type of way, or a covalent type of way, and build a molecular type of structure. Oh, we all learned something here. Oh, we all learned something today. Even me, I learned something. All right. It could be a 141. In a 131 situation, but I need 2 more moderators. Please inbox me. I need people to moderate and put the you should have these books right now. If you don't have these books, if you don't have the Inception of Mental Reality, you need to get the book. Please order your book, please. That's the only thing I can tell you, is order your book. Order your book. Now you can give us a donation. You donate into our land, our holy land that we building. All right, you donate into our holy land. Now it's in the description. It's in the description. It's everywhere. You can find you will find us. You will find how to support our movement. All right. Yeah, thank you, Sister Belly. I need you, Sister Belly. I haven't read the comments in the Facebook. I'm sorry, because I had this pinned, because I really wanted people to check out the YouTube, but I'm gonna unpin that. And now, for everybody in the Facebook, I need you. For Miss Belly, that'd be cool. I need a moderator. I need people that are willing. I go live at least probably twice a day. I need people there for me and there for the movement, willing to share this stuff and willing to do different things, and also just learn this information. Learn this information. This information is here for you. It's here for you. You know, I put in work all night for everybody that's in my inner circle. They be like, man, when this dude, man, when he sleep, he really sleep because he go hard. When he sleep, he rest because he go hard. They know, they see me stay up for 38 hours at times. People that follow the movement, that are part of this movement in the inner circle, in the inner circle, yeah, guess what? They didn't see me stay up 38 hours at a time for a deadline of a book, saying we gotta get this done. Now we got two more books that's dropping next week, which is the Scroll of Halloween. All right, be there for that, and also the Book of Wraith that is going to drop. That is going to drop finally. All right, we dropping that next week. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, I need y'all, man. Hopefully y'all learned something here, man. Um, Miss Margie, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everybody subscribe and donate. And donate. You donate into our land. I'm not making no money off my books, and I'm not making no money off of YouTube. I'm donating everything I make off of my books and the YouTube to our holy land. A place that I'm gonna invite y'all one day. Now, anything y'all donate, like I said, I defer. I gave it up to the sisters. They slip y'all a PayPal link of how to donate to and get the books. I put it in their hands. It's not in my hands. If you donate to me because you donate for my work that I give you or what I do for you as a whole, like that's the only thing donations I'll take from now on. I'll take it. People just slip me a donation because you feel as though Lamel, you put in work. Otherwise than that, I'm not making no money off my books. I'm not making no money off of YouTube. I have given it all back to the people. I have given it all back to the people. So when I work late night and I'm up 38 hours at a time, when I'm up, I'm doing it for you. Because when I take donations for the people, I'm just giving it all back to the people. And that's my word. That is my word. I'm not touching none of that money, y'all. I'm not. And then you still getting something because you're getting really good books. Really good books. So I ask that you donate to the sisters, you donate to the movement. If you support me, donate to me. You can do that through Facebook Messenger or through any means that you like. All right, you'll find out how to connect up with me. You know, it's a blessing just working here. That's all I'm gonna do from now on. I'm gonna work for y'all, and we all gonna change the circumstance of many people. We all gonna change the circumstance of many people. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you learned something great. All right, I broadcasted from two channels on here, the YouTube and the Facebook, juggling. But it's all good. You know, we got to reach our people. That's what God said, man. You know, if 99 sheep, you know, they right here, man, I'll go get that one. I'll go get that one. If that one is astray, that's how I feel about y'all. That's how I truly feel about y'all. Man, I have to bring y'all back to this kingdom. I gotta bring y'all back to this kingdom. So shout out to the Purple Heart soldiers, the Purple Heart squad, everybody. I love y'all, man. We bleed purple in here. We bleed royalty. We royal people. We people of renown. That's what I was breaking down Osiris. That's why I said Osiris as in being people of renown. Because if you think about it, Osiris, this is the conclusion of the bill. Just listen. This is the conclusion of what y'all learned right here. You'll think about Osiris being connected with carbon because carbon was broken up into 14 pieces, all right, which are four covalent basically families. You learned that. Four covalent families, all right. You learned that, and what you learned, I'm just saying this in conclusion, what you learned. The covalent families basically is carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. Those are covalent. Those are part of the 14 groups in reference to carbon. And then you also learn more or less that only two of them link up. They're not covalent. My fault. The only covalent ones is carbon and silicon. That's the only covalent ones. But more or less the 14 groups, the basic 5 members are carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. All right, that's the basic group. But it's so far as the covalent ones is far as silicone and carbon. So that's what you learn. on here, but you learned that this upgrades your technology and your ability to calculate because it represented Osiris. But Osiris is also Ashura. This is also what you learned, that Osiris represents Ashura because Ashura represents people of renown, the resurrected gods. This also the word that they use in Genesis chapter 6 in reference to the people of renown that came, the mighty men of renown, or the people of renown that were resurrected gods or angels on this planet. So that's what I'm saying to y'all in reference to the 14 body parts of Osiris. All right, and how this links up with this, how it links up with the codex. All right, it links up with the codex, all of that. So yeah, I'm going to take a break. I'm gonna just get a little drink or whatever, drink some water, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do late night meditations for the people, and we're gonna give some blessings to people. We're gonna give some blessings out to people that need some blessings. All right, and I'm gonna do my best to ask the ancestors to open the floodgates. All right, and we come in on YouTube. I'm not going to be on Facebook for late night meditations. It's only going to be exclusively on YouTube. All right, so be there for the moment. All right, 747 24/7 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you, you love me, me is we. Shout out to all my people, man, that's a part of this family. Thank you. Everybody learned something here. Everybody, including me. Like I said, I'm not a dermatologist or a biologist. I just study God's word, and I just ask I ask God to lead me where to lead, and God always lead me in the right place. So I don't really worry about this, dipping in. You see me fumble with the word. I said, man, I couldn't even see the word. I said, man, I gotta put on my freaking. I said I couldn't even see the word. I said, man, I really wanted to put on my glasses, but I said, man, I ain't putting on no glasses. I'm gonna be cool. And then I'm like, in essence, I'm like, yo, this is deep, and I just learned stuff, just like y'all learned stuff. But more or less, we learned that melanin isn't 666. All right. Oh man, please link up. All right, with the family. 747 24/7, 361 degrees. You know, my fault. I love y'all, man. Cool.